The council's decision was final. Jennifer stood in the center of the crystalline chamber, her hands clenched at her sides as the overseer's translated words echoed through her neural implant. Human Jennifer Matthews, your contract with the Zinthra colony is hereby terminated. You will depart within one planetary rotation. She'd expected this. Ever since the incident with the reactor core, when she'd bypassed protocol to save 3 technicians, the council had been looking for reasons to remove her. Humans were too unpredictable, they said. Too emotional. Too willing to break rules when their conscience demanded it. I understand, Jennifer said quietly, though her chest felt tight. Behind the overseer, the other council members, a mixture of Zinthra and Zephan representatives, watched with their various optical organs. None showed sympathy. To them, she was a liability, nothing more. As Jennifer turned to leave, she noticed Alex waiting outside the chamber. Her fellow human, stationed at the colony's agricultural dome, wore an expression of barely controlled anger. They can't do this, Alex said as soon as she emerged. You saved lives. You're the best engineer they have. Jennifer managed a sad smile. Apparently, following my gut instead of procedure makes me dangerous. Then they're idiots. They walked together through the colony's corridors, past the familiar bioluminescent panels and the gardens that Jennifer had helped design. 6 years of her life poured into this place. 6 years of making friends, solving problems, and believing she was building something meaningful. When they reached her quarters, Jennifer found she wasn't alone. Huddled outside her door were 7 small figures. The Zinthra cubs, younglings ranging from 4 to 9 years in human equivalent age, sat with hastily packed bags beside them. Their large, opalescent eyes reflected the corridor lights, and their whisker-like sensory organs trembled with emotion. Little ones, Jennifer whispered, dropping to her knees. What are you doing here? Kiv, the oldest at 9, stepped forward. His small, 4-fingered hand clutched a worn datapad, the one Jennifer had modified so he could play Earth games. Teacher Jennifer, if the council makes you leave, we're going to. You can't, Jennifer began, but her voice caught. My mother says you broke the rules, chirped Senna, the youngest. But you broke them to save people. That's what heroes do. Alex crouched beside Jennifer, his expression softening. Did you all pack those bags yourselves? 7 heads nodded in unison. Kiv's translator clicked as he spoke. We know humans don't leave family behind. Teacher Jennifer says family isn't just blood, it's who you choose. We choose you. Jennifer's eyes burned with tears. For 6 years, she'd worked with these cubs in the colony's education center. She'd taught them mathematics and engineering. Yes, but she'd also taught them Earth stories, showed them human music, and listened to their worries about growing up in a colony where different species didn't always understand each other. She'd never realized how much she meant to them, or they to her. Your parents, Jennifer started, are in the assembly hall, Kiv interrupted. Arguing with the council, as if summoned by his words. The corridor suddenly filled with adults. Jennifer recognized parents of each of the cubs, along with several of her former colleagues from different species. They looked agitated, their sensory organs bristling with barely suppressed emotion. Kiv's mother, Counselor Thera, stepped forward. Unlike in the council chamber, her posture now radiated defiance rather than bureaucratic coldness. Jennifer Matthews, Thera said formally. Then her translator added something unexpected. My son has taught me something today. He said, if following rules means losing good people, maybe we're following the wrong rules. One of the Krell technicians Jennifer had saved from the reactor spoke up, his deep voice rumbling through the corridor. The council ordered you to leave. They didn't order us to stay. Jennifer's breath caught. What are you saying? That you're not leaving alone, Alex said firmly. I've already submitted my resignation. I'll board whatever ship takes you off this colony, as will I, announced a Zephan medical officer. And I, said a Zinthra engineer. One by one, 24 colonists, nearly a tenth of the colony's essential personnel, declared their intention to leave with Jennifer. Thera stepped closer, her whiskers relaxing into what Jennifer had learned was the Zinthra expression of respect. 6 years ago, the council hired humans because your species has skills we needed, but we failed to understand what makes those skills possible. You don't just solve problems with logic, you solve them with heart. You form bonds that transcend species, protocol, and even council decrees. She gestured to the cubs. Our children understand this better than we did. They've learned from you that compassion and courage are not weaknesses, they're the foundations of real strength. The overseer himself emerged from a lift, his elongated form moving with unusual haste. He studied the assembly, his sensory stalks drooping in what Jennifer recognized as consternation. This is highly irregular, he said. Yes, Thera replied calmly. It is. And if Jennifer Matthews leaves, you'll be explaining to the entire colony why you chose rules over the person who holds this community together. The overseer was silent for a long moment. Then, with what might have been a sigh, the council will reconsider its decision. Jennifer Matthews, your termination is suspended pending review. As relief flooded through her, Jennifer felt small arms wrapping around her legs, her waist, anywhere the cubs could reach. Alex's hand squeezed her shoulder. The corridor filled with the chittering, clicking, and humming sounds of multiple species, expressing joy in their own ways. Kiv looked up at her, his opalescent eyes bright. I told them humans never leave family, and family never lets humans leave alone. Jennifer pulled the young Zinthara into a proper hug, no longer trying to hide her tears. You're right, little one, you're absolutely right. In that moment, surrounded by beings from a dozen different worlds, Jennifer understood the real meaning of HFY. It wasn't that humans were superior, it was that humanity's greatest strength, the ability to see family in strangers, to choose love over protocol, and to inspire others to be brave could spread across the stars like wildfire. And sometimes, when you're ordered to leave, the universe itself will pack its bags and refuse to let you go alone.